I was wrong. How did I not see? How did I not see the beauty that was presented right before my eyes? For a very long time, I did not understand the emotional investment people talked about. To me, poetry was just multiple words put together to create the perfect rhyme scheme. But lately I have realized that there is more to poetry. Poetry allows you to visualize the stories and gives you direct access into the mind of the poet. Poetry is able to manipulate and change your perspectives about controversial issues that we still currently face today. Poets are like sea animals living on land, using their words to fly high in the air for all the world to see. To Althea from prison expresses the feeling of a prisoner and gives the reader a different perspective to how he viewed his imprisonment. Stone walls are not a prison, nor iron bars a cage. Richard Lovelace is imprisoned for his loyalties to King Charles, but does not believe that the bars and walls have restricted him, as he has an innocent mind. The poem tells a story about love, loyalty, and positive thinking as we dive into the mind of Richard Lovelace. Lovelace describes that even though he is imprisoned, his mind is free. Jail is a very depressing place for most people who experience the rust of its bars. But Lovelace has a different approach that not only keeps him positive, but also motivated to keep moving forward instead of giving up and losing all hope. Angels are an important symbolization technique that Lovelace uses to show how pure his love, loyalty, and self-enjoyment meant as he writes that angels alone that soar above enjoy such liberty. Mindset is everything, as Richard Lovelace describes how the gods that once in the air and the enlarged winds that kill the floods are not as free as he is. No such liberty, he says. Anger by Wild Embers is a poem that compares anger to a demon trying to escape into your spirit as it claws at your insides. The imagery helps us visualize or imagine the pain it will cause to whomever is filled with this type of anger. The speaker also describes how anger is able to take control of your tongue prison, resulting in the inability to control what you say to people and potentially hurting the ones you love. The poet describes how horrific anger can be, but somehow it ends on a motivational tone. The poem encourages us that even though anger pushes us to do the most horrific and regretful things, we should take all the negativity and turn it into something beautiful. My Monsters is another poem by Wild Embers about someone who feels trapped and alone, as the poet's imagery is very dark, describing demons and monsters. The poet wishes for someone who can love them fully, even with their monsters and demons they sing to sleep. The poet saw all the negatives in their life, but embraces his demons and monsters, say he has already found a person to love his demons within himself. All these poems contain the ability to change the perspectives and views of its readers. These poems help me realize that sometimes when things seem impossible and hopeless, it's important to always remember that impossible can be made possible. These poems reminded me that even a sea animal living on land can strive to fly. I struggle a lot with procrastination and other issues, but these poems gave me a sense of hope as I realized how important it is to always have a positive mindset and a good attitude towards everything that you do. Thank you.